Right, good morning folks, and welcome back to another episode. Today is just a really short session. I'm out fishing before work. The alarm did go off slightly late, so we've got about 2.5 hours before I go to pack up and get off to work. But I thought, hey, let's get down the beach, let's give it a go. It's a winter's morning, and there was a lovely sunrise yesterday, so hopefully we can capture that and capture a few fish in the process as well. Right, so I'm fishing around the Fort Fun area. Today we are at 2 hours before low tide. Rod is there fishing right next to this like groiny thing there, and then there's an outfall in the middle of the beach. So this is proper low tide, so we'll go into low tide. Baits I've got today, just the smaller sessions, it's some blackcod there, got some squid there, got some sprats from the summer, which are there, which I use for tipping, and I've got one bluey there as well. I'm using the 2 clapper rig, back on the little mackerel setup we got. So it's there, just mackerel combo. If you've seen the previous videos, I've been going out with a little mackerel setup, you know, looking for some fish and showing you that you can fish after the mackerel season if you wish to do so. Right, so water's looking not too bad. Like I say, we're approaching the low tide. I like this little feature here, quite a nice little bit here. I can note this down and come back and do some LRF fishing alongside this little bit here. Yeah, I mean, water's not looking too bad. It's not clear, but you can see through it a tiny bit, so it's not too bad. And like I say, hopefully we'll be able to catch some fish, and it'll be a good little session. There we go. Right, so we're starting to see some signs of fishtivity. A couple of little taps on the rod tip. No hazard to guess what it might be. Will it go again? Right, I suppose we better have a look, see what we got. Well, there's nothing on that one, but it has completely stripped the bait. What a bummer. Right, so like I was saying then, first cast, and we got some strip bait there. Hopefully we'll be able to catch a fish. I'm going to use some of this sprat and maybe a bit of squid and a bit of bluey. Right, so there's my baits all ready to go back out. We've got worm and squid on one, and worm and fish on the other. Right, so the bites have started again. There we go. There we go. Go on then. Come on then. I have to give it to it for an all-round 50 quid setup. Pretty simple, basic mackerel hunter setup. 9-foot rod. It's pretty good fun. There we go. Let's have a look, see what we got. Right, so just as I thought, on the top of it, with a fish bait, I can untangle it. There we go. One small whiting. Let's get him back in and do some more fishing. Right, so we're currently one little mackerel, one little white in the bag so far. We're hitting towards the low tide point now, so the tide's just about to turn, and hopefully it's going to come flooding back in within the next hour, and we hopefully might see some more fish. Fingers crossed. Right, so I'm going to rebait up my rig. First thing I want to do is take all the old bait off the hook, like so. Get it nice and clean. I'm going to continue using the stringy worm. So we're going to put a bit of worm on. I cut myself a piece of this squid. Nice thin bit of squid. Like that. I think I might need to get a new knife. And then I'm just going to attach the squid onto the bottom. We're going through a couple of times. So a nice little square of squid. There we go. Pull the worm back down. And then move the bait stop down to the top of the worm to stop it running up the line. And there we have our little bait, ready to rock and roll. For the second hook, I'm just going to use a bit of fish and some worm. So again, just feeding the worm back onto the hook. There we go. Grab a bit of this fish. Just hook that onto the bottom. And there we have our second bait. Pull that down a little bit. And there we go. Let's get them cast out. Right, just so I turn around and do some more baiting up. The rod tips are going again. Ba, 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 ba. There we go. Alright, so on that cast we had one whiting and a nice bit of seaweed. I know people do moan about the whiting, but when they're gone we know you're going to miss them. So yeah, let's get this little fella back in. Right, so we're going to up the game a little bit. We're going to go for a little bit bigger bait, bluey on there. Still on the same rig, same hook flapper, rolling lead still, and the head's there at the bottom. Short cast rolling lead. I have to say, since using this mackerel setup, I'm really impressed with the registration on the tip from bites. I wasn't too sure how it would go using it for standard shore fishing, but I haven't had any issues as of yet. And like I said, that tip shows bites so clearly. So we got the bluey out at the moment. Both hooks on the bluey. Bottom one's on the bluey head. Top one's on a rolled up slice of bluey, or bait elastic up bit of bluey. Let's have a look, see if we got anything. Right, so nothing on the last cast apart from a nice mushed up bit of bait. So my thinking is that they were just pecking at it. There we go. Right, so I just recast out the bluey, had a really nice slackline bite, and I reeled in, and this is what we got. Nothing, no fish, but we got a mashed up bit of bluey there. So my idea is that they've hit it on the other side where the hook isn't, and they just torn it apart. I recast it back out again, same thing happened. I have had a look in the water, there's little patches of weed, so I'm not too sure it was the weed. Maybe just a bigger fish that we couldn't get. Let me know your thoughts. So we cast back out bits of squid. Getting little bites on the squid. There we go. We'll take rattling away. Let's have a butcher's. Right, so baits on that cast come back completely stripped, and I've got a nice big chunk of seaweed, so no fish. Right, so a quick change back over to the stinky lugworm has produced us another small pin whiting. There we go. Right then folks, as you'll probably be aware that we did lose the GoPro audio at this point during the video, which was a bit of a shame. We did happen to catch another whiting, as you can see, which was pretty cool, and behind me the daylight is starting to come through, which was quite nice. Let's get this little fella back in and we'll see if we can try and catch some more fish. Bit of a lively one, that one. So at this point of the session I decided that we would discard our little sprats, which would make a nice bit of food for any passing birds. Right, so as you can see now, the daylight is starting to break. It was an absolutely glorious morning. I say it's a real shame that the sound did decide to pack it in, because the sound of the crashing waves was really nice, but you guys are just going to have to imagine it for a minute. Right, so at this point I did get a really nice pull round bite. Unfortunately it wasn't meant to be, as you'll see once the bait comes back into the shore. How annoying. Right then guys, as you can see it's now the end of the session, so huge thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. If you are fishing close to this area of Fort Fun, there is quite a lot of plant moving around at the moment, so just bear that in mind when you are going down there. Right then folks, as you can see a lovely sunrise starting to come up there, but we had to get to work, so I wish you all a Merry Christmas and I'll see you on the next video.